Howdy, friends. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome back to another edition of Muddy Water Radio. I'm your host, Angela Meyer, and this is all brought to you by the Mississippi Valley Fair and Fairgrounds. Of course, we've got the fair coming up. It's closer every single week. I personally am very much looking forward to August and all of the warm weather that ensues at that time of year. But just as a reminder, they've got great musical acts this year. Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, Jesse Merck, Tucker Wetmore, Braxton Keith, the Goo Goo Dolls, Neon Tree, Craig Morgan, and Neil McCoy. Quite the lineup happening there. We want to give a shout out as well to our first hour sponsor, Martin Auction Service. Yes, that's right. My hubby Dean sponsors the show, specializing in estate auctions, farm and ranch sales, machinery and livestock, banquets, and more. Serving the Scott, Clinton counties, and beyond, but only on the Iowa side right now. Give Dean a call at 563-320-2557 to schedule your consultation today. Well, thanks to Dean and, of course, the Fairgrounds, we get to have a live guest on here each and every week. This week, we had to have one back. He's that good, you guys, and I hope he comes back for a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time. Ryan Bizarri is on the show today. Ryan, how are you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm certainly glad to be back here with you talking about whatever we talk about. We should make it like an annual thing because there's, so much in the music business and just life in general. We should, have like an annual catch up.
I love that idea. Yes. I have that with several friends here in the music scene, and I am very excited to add you to that lineup where we just literally call each other once a year and complain and rejoice about our industry for about 2 hours, and then we just hang up and go our separate ways for a while, and then we do it all again, and it's like you never left off.
Yeah, it's so much fun to compare notes and just talk because we all go through the same thing, just in, specifics are different, but generally, the stresses and the joys and all the in between, in the life of a rock star,
Oh, absolutely. Well, you lived in Nashville for a long time, just catching people up if they're trying to rake their brains on which live guests I'm bringing back. Ryan Bizarri here today, friends, was in Nashville for 20 years. Am I saying that right?
That's right. Yeah. Virtually a lifetime. And so many wonderful things happened. So many wonderful friends were made and songs were written and just, personal achievements and business accomplishments too. And so, I couldn't ask for a better time spent there. And it was really actually people ask me, why'd you come back to Illinois, and because when most people are, heading to Nashville, because it's just it's a place to be right now. And I don't blame them for that. But man, I'm the opposite. I was there. We moved in 2003 and it was it was a big city for this, Coal Valley guy, Coal Valley, Illinois. But it was still in a big sense, it was a small town still. And we didn't have traffic problems and parking wasn't $50 an hour and all those things. It just grew up really fast. And, I could tolerate all that, but I was just thinking about my family and my daughter, Taylor, and just the big city is not what I signed up for. We went there for the music business and we certainly got our punches in. But man, it's refreshing to sit at a stoplight in the Quad Cities and Geneseo here and have like 2 cars ahead of you.
Yeah.
And there's no, the traffic report is, hey, the bridge is busy. It's just, the small town country living is for us. And it's working out.
I love that so much. So Ryan, when you're playing around here, you play out quite a bit. Are there any places that stand out to you that just give you that like good small town feel to them, that just like down to earth people?
Yeah, we are blessed because I know this is what we mostly talk about, you and I, is the music business, and we're blessed with a really healthy platform of venues of all different kinds in the Quad Cities and even greater Midwest here. That was a pleasant surprise to me coming back, because when I moved back, I didn't really know what I was going to do, and I I got a real job for a minute, and that anyway. But so yeah, we're blessed with a lot of venues. As far as favorites, I mean, if I say one favorite, somebody else is going to be upset with me.
You're gonna
But
get a phone call.
you know what I like though? I could say this for sure. I like playing GBC, Geneseo Brewing. It feels like home to me, and it's just it's I see people, I see new friends in there when I play. But at the same time, I mean, I'm going to Verona, Wisconsin. Uh, well, that would be tonight, the 14th.
Yeah.
So I love traveling because I get to meet new friends too. So um, I certainly have my favorites. I play at Crawford Brew Company almost monthly. I play Colony Inn and Bishop Hill. I play Hawkeye Sports
How you
monthly.
do?
Yeah, and it's just among those venues, such a difference in atmosphere, and but they all want to hear country music. They all want to be entertained, and they all want to know my story, and so it's just fun. You know what I'm talking about. You get to go and just have fun and get paid for it.
Absolutely. I loved getting to hear you at the Poor Brothers shindig recently. The
That was so much fun.
It was so fun. Why am I spacing on the name of it?
Oh, it was Pin Drop
Pin drop sessions. Thank
with
you.
Lewis.
Yes. So Louis Knudsen, good friend of ours, booked both of us. I mean, thanks to you on the same night. Because it's always when you do stuff like that, it's like, gosh, I hope I'm with other artists that are great. Which when
Well,
Louis is booking
I,
it, you know it's going to be good.
I bribed him to have you come along because I thought, it makes a lot of sense for you and I to be on the same bill because, I mean, I don't really, I know other artists do country music, but I don't know. I can only think of maybe one or two other ones that, exclusively kind of fly the flag of country music. I know you do
Yeah.
other things too, but I'm the same way. I do some things I like to do, but country music is the main deal there. But yeah, and Pin Drop was a songwriting night, so that was
Yeah.
just so much back to Nashville roots. It was refreshing.
I would encourage anybody that is a fan of original music, get out and see something like that. Because I'm sure you hear this all the time too, like, oh, I just wish people weren't talking during it, or I just wish we could hear you better. And pin drop, I mean, there's a reason it's called that, y'all. You can hear a pin drop the whole time. And it was so cool actually getting to hear some of your lyrics better, live. I've never heard them like that. And so that was really cool for me to get to hear them. And you even debuted your new tune that we're promoting today. It's called That's Gold.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that song?
Well, that's gold. I mean, it's I kind of when I write, I'm first and foremost, I'm a songwriter first before everything else, and I only sing because I want people to hear my songs. And so 20 years in Nashville, and I wrote before I moved, so I've got a lot of songs in the hopper, I guess. And that's just a song that I've been playing a lot, and I just love it. I love singing about songs that might inspire people. It's sort of that. It's not like in your face. It's just a story of three people, or three characters that kind of they see the gold in the everyday things that maybe other people might overlook. There's a rusty truck in the first verse, a farmer planting seeds. If you don't know about farming, you might not understand all those long hours that they work, and all for the fruit of their labor, in the fall. So, and that's a lifestyle. And then the last verse is about a single mom, just doing her best, working hard. And at the end of the day, even when she's tired and has 100 other things to do, she's uh, really looking forward to that bedtime story with her kids. So, and it's got a tempo, so it's not this, sappy ballad. I mean, it's a nice little tune. It's recorded in Nashville, and we released it in November, but we're still working it hard. I believe in it. Oh, you want to know something that's really cool?
I do.
We have been working on this video, like a legit music video, and we released the lyric video like I don't know when it was, 3 weeks ago. Anyway, So the lyric video is just this kind of colored pencil looking thing, and it talks, it features the lyrics. We tease some of the stuff that's going to be in the real video, and this thing took literally 2 years to shoot, between the drone stuff and my performance stuff. And oh man, my cousin Sarah offered up her old truck in the video, and she's in the last verse with the pretending to be a single mom. And my brother-in-law's father is the farmer. So we got so much awesome footage, and we need to release it. And every time I look at it, I'm such a perfectionist. I'm like, we need to change this color, and we need to trim this back. And I just can't stop, messing with it. But it's going to come out any day now. So if you're excited about that, check out my Facebook or YouTube. It'll be on those things.
Isn't it so hard to plan a launch for something?
Yeah.
I find myself like, do I need to look into the astrology? Like, how do I plan the perfect possible date for all of these things that I'm trying to release into the world?
It almost feels like in an age where your social medias and your social media. So pretty much as an indie artist, what I'm talking about. We don't have 100 people working for us. It's just me and my wife and my daughter doing whatever we need to do, and planning something is almost as much work as making the thing. So yeah, that's the problem I'm having too, is like, it's such a great video. I'm so proud of it, but I want to send it. I want to set it up for everybody in a way that, people can actually get to see it and enjoy it.
Well, we're ready to share it. Whenever you release it, we're going to be
Okay.
the army behind it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. It's a beautiful thing when people say stuff like that, because, as a songwriter, you can feel, it can feel like there's some days where you want to lock yourself in a room and just write a song. And it on some levels, it's a little lonely, you kind of, in a good way, like you want to be focused and kind of spiral into that idea. But it's wonderful to kind of come out of that space of creativeness and have somebody like yourself say, hey, we can't wait to, hear what you're doing. It's like, okay, good, because somebody's going to hear it maybe,
What? I also get your most requested song on Muddy Water Radio is He Rules the Roost.
Is it really?
It really is. I have people call and ask about that song, and they just think it's clever and fun. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's my friend.
Well, I made a CD back in 2010, and as you know, making an album is there's no inexpensive way to do it. It's a lot of money involved, a lot of time, and so that was made, and I guess I'm saying that because that's why I haven't made one since. But now we're putting out singles, but that's a different story. But that song is, and I was so caught up in my lyrics in that song that is totally like a lyric album. But that particular song is the most country song on there, and it's a song about marriage compromise. As a husband, happy wife, happy life is my bumper sticker. And I tell you what, my mother and father-in-law are farmers. Well, they've since passed, but they had coffee mugs, and one said, she rules the roost, and then one said, he rules the rooster, or whatever. And so that kind of inspired the song. And it's cool. Once again, it's cool to hear people saying they like what you do. That's worth more than any award or anything.
It was really cool for me. I just got to teach a couple of songwriter workshops and working with young people. I had 15 to 17-year-olds in there, and they had so many questions about, the things that I would think you would still struggle with. And so I wanted to ask you a couple of the questions that they wanted advice on, because I'm like, okay, we might have to come to a real expert on this. So when it comes to writing a song, do you find yourself kind of shelving ideas for a while, or do you make yourself sit down and continue writing with an idea? Like the process of, okay,
Yeah.
he rules the roost, she rules the rooster. You take
Yeah.
this song idea. How long until you make that into a song?
Well, first of all, and I've, done a little teaching. It's interesting because you learn when you teach. And
Ew.
I know one thing, uh, it's everybody's journey and learning process and method of to the madness is really different when you
Yeah.
talk about specifics. I'm not a quick writer. I've ridden with a couple people in Nashville. Walker's pretty fast. There's a guy named Jeffrey East he can write a song in 20 minutes, and let me tell you, that's not me. Uh, I'm a slow writer, and I'm a sure-footed writer. I would say, and so yeah, I got an idea for "He Rules the Roost," and I probably wrote it down on a piece of paper, and when the conditions were right in my mind and I felt like I was focused on that idea, then I started writing on it. And well, I'm like a dog with a bone. I won't let go of it once I'm on it. And you can ask any of my co-writers, they hate that about me because there's a plus and a minus to that. You know what I mean? Like the plus is you're laser focused and you're just working it hard, and sometimes your co-writers just want to get the song done, and so there's a somewhere in the middle is the truth. But yeah, I'll shelf ideas, and I'm stewing on one right now. I won't tell you what it's about, but I literally I get up. Oh, I got an interview with Angela. Oh, that idea's in my head. I'll get in the car and go to a gig today, and it'll be just rattling around in there, and then what I'm thinking is I'm getting little pieces,
Yeah.
and kind of thinking about how would I say it, how would everybody else say it, how would they want to hear it, and then I execute it. So it's not it's actually something. If you talk to a psychologist, they might be really interested to know what goes on in your head as a songwriter, and sometimes it's unexplainable.
Yes.
What about you? What about you?
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, the icebreaker that I asked the songwriter students was, where do you guys think songs come from? And that kind of got us started into these very young people openly admitting that I think I'm channeling something bigger than me. Or
Absolutely.
I think my brain is writing something in the background. We're living life, but also there's this process going on under the surface. And it just kind of played into the mystic and the muse a little bit with how that looks. And it again, like you said, it's hard to teach. You learn a lot because the process is so different for every single person.
Yeah.
And it was really cool that even as young people, they all had their own process that they're obviously, we work at it and fine tune that and change it. But it was cool to see how much individuality they already were expressing, even as young people, exploring this craft that is so not easy to define or explain of how or why we do all these things.
Yeah, I don't know the why. There's a divineness to it. I believe that, songwriting is the only thing that I am 1,000% confident about in the things I do in my life. Mm-hmm. And why that is, I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy going through the brutal process of, sometimes it can be brutal. Sometimes it's all good for me. It's fun. And it's fun to get to the end of it and play it and share it and see if you actually created something that people care about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The thing that what about you? Do you slave over ideas or do you just write them real quick?
I'm kind of like you. I've got one right now that has been ruminating, and it's kind of an assignment song. I have a deadline on it. I have a project in mind. It's very specific. And when it starts getting to be things like that, that's when I can psych myself out into oh no, now I'm thinking about it too much, where I'm like, okay, what rhymes with there? And it's not just allowing something to flow. So for me, I have a really hard time getting the editor out of it right away and just allowing myself to be a creative. And even if it sucks, like it can suck in its sole existence with me. It's safe with me to just be terrible. And then, we'll fine tune it and work on it before the world hears it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard balance for sure.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that editor. It's probably the dominant, trait in my process of making things, and there's nothing wrong about any of it. But I'm always conscious of like, how can I get faster? How can I write a better song? How can I do something that people are going to care about even more than the last one? And you know what? The thing I've learned also is like, I've written some bad songs. Don't get me wrong, but and I would like to blame my co-writers for those. But no, you have to write the bad ones to get to the good ones. And also, I'm super hard on myself, and I've kind of been looking back on my 20-year catalog, and I'm hearing songs that I haven't listened to in a long time, and I'm like, gosh, I used to not like this, but it's really good. And I was really hard on myself, and I shouldn't have been so critical of myself. Granted, maybe it needs a little rewrite or something, but man, what a great start. What a great song. Let's take what I know now and kind of revisit it. That's kind of where I'm at. So you'll see as I release songs going forward. And if you look at my CD, I mean, there's kind of the same names, and Kevin Barton is one of them. He's one of the guys that I wrote with That's Gold with, along with Riley. But I wrote a lot of songs with Kevin, and just because it worked really well. He's a good guy. He's smart as crap, and can I say crap on the radio?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then anyway, he's smart and he's got ideas, and it was just a good fit. So I never let go of that. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of like, I kind of think about that when you flip sides on things, the writers, man. And if you do get an opportunity to write with somebody who's had some number ones, hold on tight. My first write was Jimbo Henson in Nashville. He was number one writer. He wrote Party Crowd with David Lee Murphy, and a bunch of other things for like the Statler Brothers and Oak Ridge Boys. And man, I was just so excited to just be in the room with somebody that knew what they were doing, So you learn so much by writing with people that have done what you want to do.
I love it. Well, we still need to get together and write. I'm putting it out there right now.
Okay, let's do it.
And of course, having you on the show and just hanging out I'll take you any way I can get you, man. It's just always good to have you on the show and see you.
Thank you. You know what? One of my favorite moments of last year was you showing up and crashing my Mississippi River Distillery party.
That was so fun.
It was fun. And you know what the thing is that when you sing for a living all the time, you don't get to go watch your friends very often. So it was really nice that you took the time to come down and just hang out and see what's going on.
To be fair, I was at Wide River Winery, so it wasn't like I went super far. But
yeah, but you could have went home and turned on the news and just forgot about the world, because that's kind of what you want to do after you had a long, you play and you're tired. And
it's so true. But I just did the same for Levi Craft on Sunday. We went out to BS General Store and he was playing, and he's like, Mom wants me to invite you up. I don't want to like impose if you're just here to hang out. And I'm like, no, what do you want to play? And then of course you forget every song you ever played in your life. You're like, I don't know what song I sound good on.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing Jackson and a couple of other tunes, but it's just always so much fun getting to collaborate with people. And like you said, we just have such a great local scene here musically that it makes it easy.
We do. Yeah, we do. We're blessed. And if you guys aren't in tune with that, you need to just go down to your favorite, the listeners need to just pick a night and you could literally throw a rock around the greater Quad Cities, all the way from wherever you live. I'm sure there's a venue that's got some great music playing.
It's so true, because we play some real small towns.
Yeah, and I love the big city and the small town and everything in between. It's so much fun to do this.
Absolutely. Y'all listen to Ryan Bizarri when he tells you. And right here on WQUD, we do the entertainment calendar. It takes us 4 minutes every single day to read the shows happening in the Quad Cities. There's so many.
And that is cool. That's so cool that you guys do that.
Yeah, we're pretty.
I mean, you literally can go to that site, and if you are looking for something to do, there is a place to go see live music in your neighborhood.
Yep,
on WQUD.
I guarantee it. Well, tell the folks where they can find your shows coming up, Ryan, and also where they can stream and listen to That's Gold.
Well, since it's Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day, y'all. If you feel like driving to Verona, Wisconsin tonight, I'll be in at Riley Tavern from 6 to 9, and then that'll be Jennifer and I's date night. That's how we spend our time. And then I'll be at Hawkeye Sports on the 20th of February and Crawford Brew on the 27th and Colony Inn March the 7th. And if you want to follow along, you can always go to Facebook and Ryan Bizarri Music or ryanbizarri.com. I'm out there. Just Google me and, it's Bizarri, just to make that clear.
I think you need merch around that, like 1 R, 2 Z's.
I know, and it's crazy. Why do people misspell my last name? I don't understand it. I need to have a last name like Meyer. That's very simple.
That's what I thought too, but people say weird stuff about Meyer.
Really?
Yeah, Myers is the one I get the most.
I can see that, yeah.
Because it's always like Angela Myers playing it, so it kind of like runs together,
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, I don't need 2 Z's in my name. 1 is enough. I mean.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show today. Y'all go find Ryan Bizarri on Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Go see him live and stream That's Gold. You heard it here on Muddy Water Radio first, and you're going to go out and hear it live next. Thank you again, Ryan, so much for being on the show, and we'll chat real soon.
Angela, thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Anytime.